because the virus and its consequences are moving so fast. 6 weeks ago, when we launched our first response plan, there were lots of countries which didn't really have significant numbers of cases. Now the virus is in every country on the planet, affecting effectively every country on the planet. And we project, unfortunately, that in the countries with the biggest humanitarian challenges, the kinds of places I work, Yemen, Syria, Myanmar, other parts of Asia, as well as Latin America, Africa, the peak of the virus and the disease is probably some 3 to 6 months ahead. But in addition to that, we've now got an economic calamity alongside the health disaster. And because of the contraction of the world economy and the measures that lots of countries have put in place, lockdown measures, which have made it very hard for huge numbers of the poorest people in the world, who are often daily labourers, to make a living, there's a risk of a huge increase in starvation and other disease as well. So we need to deal with that too. Firstly, we are putting in place a logistics operation to compensate for the fact that the world's airlines aren't operating the way they used to. So last week we got up and running an air service run by the UN, going to 30 countries across Africa, bringing in aid supplies, vaccines, cargo, aid workers as well. The second thing we're doing is a big scaling up of all the health response. So that's the test kits, the personal protection equipment, the drugs, the pharmaceuticals, the vaccines, and so on. The third really important thing is scaling up of food assistance for people who are a step away from starvation. We thought at the beginning of this year, before COVID, there'd be about 130 million people on the planet who would need assistance with food simply to survive. Now, because of the economic catastrophe COVID has brought with it, that number's now doubled. What's happened is, as the virus has spread to lots of other countries, they have been affected in many cases hugely and need external help. Better off countries largely can cope with their own problems, but more problems need help now. And so countries are being added on the basis of the evidence about the relative scale of need. That's how we're doing it.